Breaking news here at 6 o'clock. The special legislative session on crime at our state capitol is over.
Lawmakers adjourned just a short time ago after passing a dozen bills that now await the governor's signature to become law. Those bills include allowing concealed carry without a permit, expanding the death penalty, and increased penalties for carjackings and fentanyl dealings. Other measures that were passed include the expansion of drug courts, more parole and probation restrictions, and allowing 17-year-olds to be tried as adults. The crime special session came to an end 6 days early. But how effective will these measures be in lowering crime? News 15 Investigates is on the case. Jeff Horchak here live in studio. And Jeff, you spoke with a leading criminal justice expert here in the state. What does he think about all this?
Well, Jim, he says according to the data, he believes that many of these bills that are passing in Baton Rouge won't make a drastic impact on lowering crime statewide.
Jeff Asher is a crime analyst and consultant out of New Orleans. He works with law enforcement groups, criminal advocacy groups, as well as prosecution offices in the city. Now, according to Asher, the state is focusing too much on what happens after crimes are committed and not before.
What we see with the state of Louisiana doing is focusing the entirety of its efforts basically on what happens to a person after essentially they're found guilty. And we know that the share of crimes that actually make it to that phase is really small and is falling. Two, that all of the criminological research says that if you actually want to deter and reduce crime, by far the best way to do it is to do it on the other side of the ledger.
Louisiana continues to have massive high incarceration rates, per capita some of the highest in the world. According to Asher, a number of bills passed during this special session will set the state back when it comes to crime prevention.
I mean, it's certainly going backwards. I think everyone would agree to what it was before the 2017 reforms were undertaken.
And when it comes to forecasting the state's crime status in the future, Asher says that's far too difficult to do at this point.
The state just sort of accepts what will be, less efficient criminal justice system that's much more costly. But I wouldn't forecast what the next 10 years will look like. I think the future is far too uncertain.
As we mentioned, the special session on crime did finish up today. The regular session will convene Monday, March 11th. Now, to date, more than 525 bills have been filed for consideration. Live in studio for News 15, I'm Jeff Horchak.